things can change in a minute for us. We could have a new partner, we could have a new this. And so just in reality, just we'll keep growing in size, we'll hire more people, we'll have more customers, and we'll just take care of people. And that's the reputation that we're getting.
You guys have a big party tonight.
We do.
When you look to host a party, right, you know how to throw a party. What are some of the key elements you need to make sure it's a great party?
It's a vibe. It's a vibe check. As many times as we've been out, we like a cool, calm vibe that can set the tone. So it's about the vibe. It's about the people that we know. So we typically, we always do, we host F3 IT customers because it's my way of giving back to these customers who trust us to be their IT company. I was a bartender for 9 years. And so you used to go see the bartenders that came and saw you, show them some love, bring them some customers. It's the same thing. It's giving back to our own customers. They trust us, they pay us.
Yeah.
So I want to be able to go there, show our partners, our new friends, this cool spot. So it's about the vibe of being an IT customer of ours. Yeah. We will always love to spend money at our customers because we're giving right back to them.
Yeah. And I mean, you're one of the most hospitable people I know. If anyone that's met Dan, you guys know that. And you talk about being a bartender for 9 years. How much do you take out of that experience of being behind the bar and being that social person to now founding a company, right? How much of those similarities are there?
A lot, man. I mean, when you're a bartender, you're everything, right? You're a therapist, you're a bouncer, you're fixing things, you're everything. And you got to be able to switch between all that in a drop of a second. And that's no different than what I do now, right? I got to read body language. I have to understand what's going on. I have to really be in the moment and then out of the moment because I got to go to the next thing, right? Because I'm constantly working. I mean, being in the industry taught me so much. And I tell my wife, I'm going to make our kids work in a restaurant. I want them to go learn that because you learn so much. I mean, how can you not?
Yeah. And how important do you think, I feel like that's, in some way, shape, or form, a lot of tech companies could incorporate some sort of training in a restaurant to understand that, That's interesting because I think I've actually never worked in restaurants before. I've always had family that worked in it, but I feel like being around the industry enough and seeing a lot of people, you understand both sides, and you need to, right? Because there's so much that's going on. To your point, the bartender's doing a million different things, or the restaurant manager, whoever it is, multiple locations, single location. There's so much going on that's maybe flying over people's heads. You just don't understand it. And I think that really helps. I know with us, a lot of our team, especially on the post-sale side, on the onboarding side, comes from restaurants because you got to speak that language. And again, people that work in restaurants, they usually can kind of get through anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, our entire staff is all ex-industry. Sarah Pazzaluca over here was in the industry for 23 years. Puckett, same thing. And he's younger, but he was in the industry for almost a decade.
Yeah.
This is who we recruit. We want these people because they are amazing people to have that will help you in situations that it's crazy ones, right? You got to be able to flip a switch and change things, and that's industry people.
Yep. So I want to talk about something I know that's super core to your beliefs as a company and kind of like your mantra. So talking about the Crenshaw shirt you got on, right? So you're a big Nipsey Hussle fan. So why don't you tell everybody about that, how much Nipsey Hussle's, his story means to you, and that's, I think, the birth of the ethos of F3 and what you guys do.
Thank you, man. So I am a huge Nipsey Hussle fan since he first came out, a few years afterwards, actually. But what Nipsey Hussle did was he was self-made, right? He said self-made. He invested in himself. He owned his own masters. He then took that philosophy into business and bought up more property. And so I got laid off in April of 2020. And I was thinking about doing this whole thing. I had the idea. I thought about it. And I wasn't sure if I really wanted to do it because it's terrifying. I mean,
what was that hesitation? Why?
Could I do it? Could I pull this off? Do I want to do it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a college dropout, right? I'm not some business school person, but I had that hesitation. And there's a song called Perfect 10. And on there he speaks about, and he's actually speaking, he says that I just didn't quit. And it was that song, it was that moment. He's he literally says, I didn't quit. So I'm in. And his saying is the marathon continues, and is that life is a marathon.
Yeah.
And life is a marathon. And so I very proudly wear my Crenshaw shirts
Yep.
or my marathon shirts as a
Yep.
way, because he literally gave me the green light. Do it. Just do it, man. You got this.
Yeah. And I love that, man. And looking back on it now, I mean, I'm sure you've probably learned by making mistakes and learned by failing, but how often do you have that track or another other Nipsey tracks playing while you're going through this stuff?
All the time.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm not on a meeting, I have music on. I'm obviously a huge rap fan, but Nipsey's on at least once a day in my house.
Yeah. Yeah.
In my car, like every single day. If I'm not in a meeting, there's music on, and I'm vibing.
Yeah, so actually one of our first calls together was, I saw all the records you had in the background, and I don't even think we ended up talking about work until the very end. We started talking about music, and then, but I think that's a lot of this industry is, right, creating those friendships or relationships that makes business much easier. But I love that story, man, that kind of, went through that adversity, and you have this kind of soundtrack playing in the back of your mind that gets you through. And I mean, you rock. You probably, how many Crenshaw shirts do you have?
I think my wife counted like 60. I have various colors. I mean, they're not all Crenshaw. They're just from the marathon.
Yeah.
The marathon clothing. She counted one night.
Yes.
She was like, "You have like 60 T-shirts."
Yeah. And you got a tattoo. The marathon.
I do have a tattoo.
I
have the marathon continues on my chest.
Yeah.
Again, it means a lot to me, because when I'm having my moments where I'm stressed, I'm tired, I have 86 people that depend on me.
Yeah.
And so the marathon continues. Let's get through it and figure it out.
So as the marathon's going on right now, after you guys are doing amazing things, like what is that ultimate goal for you? Like where do you see F3 getting to ideally in your mind?
I don't know. The reality is that, like I said earlier, things can change in a minute for us. We can have a new partner. We can have a new this. And so just in reality, we'll keep growing in size. We'll hire more people. We'll have more customers, and we'll just take care of people. And that's the reputation that we're getting, right? I mean, you've been out with me plenty of times. It's like F3. F3 is great to us. They take care of us.
Yeah.
And we got a great compliment last night from Manny's Deli. Didn't even know he was talking to me. He was talking about my company. It was great.
That's awesome.